Hello, John Moyes here from Progression Fitness, and welcome to this 10-minute standing mobility workout. It's going to be great to do first thing in the morning just to get everything moving and loosened up. First of all, just like to talk about a standing position. We want to stand with our feet pointing forward, knees are just soft, okay, and just lifting up the pelvis slightly, and just standing tall through the spine. Once you've got that, you can bring the arms up to shoulder height. We're going to start nice and gently just by taking one arm out to the side. So we get a little stretch in the chest and then back. So it's out, stretch, and then back in. Slowly out, stretch. Now as we do that, we then let the head begin to twist to the opposite side. So we come out and back in. One, let the head go the opposite way of the arm. And I stretch in the chest, open it out. Okay, one more each side. Taking it out, stretch, and back in, out, stretch, and then can we drop the arms down? Funny movement, just want to slide the chin forward as far as you can, and then just sliding it back and up. Okay, so imagine your chin's on a table, you slide it forward, you kind of get a stretch in the back of the neck, and then we draw it back, and just feel those muscles working in the back of the neck. We slide it forward, stretch, and then back up. Once more, slide it forward, stretch, feels quite nice, and then we draw it back up to where we want to keep it. We then lift the shoulders up, and then we draw down our shoulders. Okay, so we lift up, and then down. Lifting up, and then kind of use the muscles in the back to draw your shoulders down. We come up, stretch, and release. Once more, we come up, and then just drop the shoulders now. Once more, up, and then just drop the shoulders, and then keeping the shoulders down. Can we roll them forward? Can we take them up, over the top, and around? So think of that ball and socket joint, your shoulder joint, really working right around the outside of the joint, getting as much movement in there as you can. So kind of rolling the ball around the socket and then taking it back the other way, right around the edges. Scraping it out. Two more up around the back. One more time. And then from there, can we keep one arm? Can we push one arm back behind us and then bring the other arm up into that stretch and then change. Still working through the shoulders. Opposite directions. Okay, up, stretch. So we do exactly the same, but we take it all the way around now. So we come up, over, around, and as we come forward, the arm should cross. 2, 3, 4. A little bit complicated. And then we change direction, so we come around. We still cross in front of the body. 2, 3, one more time. I hope you managed to get that right. Even if both arms are going the same way, we're still going to get some work in the shoulders. So can we bring the arms up now? And what I want to do is try and keep shoulders down, hips fairly stable, and just twisting the ribs around. So the arms do not get any closer together. Majority of movement we want to come from the rib cage, from the chest. So we're taking it around, stretch, and back. Around. We do the same with straight arms now. Taking it around. Imagine you've got a broom handle behind your back. And we're just twisting without going sideways, without staying nice and straight. Imagine you've got a pole down the center of your body, and you're just twisting around that pole. Okay, one more each side, taking it around, twist around the pole, back in, once more, side, stretch, back, and then gripping the arms down. Just shaking out the shoulders. So now we're going to do a side bend. So the same thing, we don't want too much hip movement because we want the movement in the spine. So we're just going to bring the arm up, and then begin to lift and take it over. And then we come back, opposite side. Okay. So if you get this right, then the spine stays nice and long and the pressure through your feet shouldn't change. So if we collapse, we kind of put pressure through one side. We want to try and stay lifted, kind of keeping your belly button still and lifting above your belly button. So the majority of the movement is coming from up here, through the center of the spine, up, over. Good. And then could bring the arms back to shoulder height. Now imagine we've got a bow and arrow. We're going to hold the bow and gently pull the string back, following your elbow, and then forward. Okay, pull the elbow nice and wide. Try and keep your shoulders down. Let the head keep looking at your elbow, and then back in. Open it out, stretch back. Think of the arms working against each other. One arm pushes forward and we pull the other elbow back and in. Open it out, back and in. One more time. Open it out and then back to the center. We take the legs a little bit wider, keeping the arms up. And I just like to squat now. So we're going to take the hips back as if we're sitting back on the chair. And then we lift, and then can we stretch? So we're getting all the body working a bit now. A few teaching points when we squat. Try not to let your knees roll in. We keep the knees pressing out, and the back stays what we call neutral. So we don't let the chest drop. We keep the head looking up, and we press. And then as we come up this time, can we lift and then can we twist at the top? And then we come back down, slowly up, twist, let the head follow the hands, back in, twist round, one more time, coming down, up, good. Okay, now can we just do the squat and hold it about halfway? So in this side position, I just want to work on our pelvis, our pelvic tilt, and from there, we start with this curve. We're going to roll the pelvis up a little bit. You lose the curve, and then we drop it down. We roll it up and down. So really just trying to isolate just that lower back, the lumbar spine. If you think about your tailbone, we're trying to just move the tailbone really. Pulling up and back. Okay, now this time can we hold the curve up so the spine is C-shaped, and then can we slowly just slide down. We hang there at the bottom. We keep the knees bent. And if you can imagine there's a wall behind you, and we're going to slowly begin to start by pressing your tailbone into the wall, and then press your lower back into the wall. And slowly rebuild the spine up and up and up and up. And we keep coming up and then lift up onto your toes. Okay, really trying to get as high as you can on the balls of the feet. And then we let the heels down slowly. We drop the arms, we tuck the chin. And now you're peeling your spine off the wall. So we're drawing your tummy in, keeping the knees bent. Slowly taking yourself back down to the floor. Hang there, relax. We'll loosen out the shoulders, neck. And then we begin from the base of the spine, the tailbone. Rebuild up. Coming up and up and up. All the way back up onto toes. And stretch as high as we can. Good. And then slowly down, arms come round. Now this time we keep the legs straight, and can we just go into a hinge forward. So this time the spine stays completely neutral and the legs just got a slight bend, and then can we hinge back up. Okay, hinging forward, feel that stretch in the back of the thighs, and then hinge back up. Same again, hinging forward. Really good technique to learn this. Same again, hinge. Feel the stretch, and then we come back up. One more time, just hinging forward. And then from there we come back up, we face inwards. We're just going to do leg swing. So standing tall, feet point forward. Can we lift onto the toe, and can we bring one leg off the ground? Then we're going to take that leg as far forward as we can. Notice what happens to the rest of the body. We're trying to keep it completely still, and then we take it back as far as we can. Be careful not to increase this arch here. So we're just moving at the hip and not the lumbar spine. And then we just take it forward and back. Okay? So it's what we call core stability, where we're moving the leg without too much movement here. We're keeping this nice and stable. And then gradually we can increase the speed of that movement so it's nice and free. Just get as full range as we can, forward and back. Okay, and then relax. And then we change legs. So we're standing tall, taking the other leg forward. Find your limit, and then back. Find your limit, and then just work through your range of movement. Okay, so we're not using other muscles, we're not compensating in the spine. Everything else stays nice and straight. Really good for balance as well. And then just gradually speed that movement up. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to change legs again. Same principle, we don't want too much movement here. Even if you just can't touch your foot, I prefer you to stay straight. What I want to try and do is touch the inside of the heel and then outside of the heel, and then take the foot behind and touch the back of the heel. So we go 1, 2, 3. And just keep the upper body nice and stable. 1, 2, 3. So we're getting some really nice hip movement here. Up, out, back. 1, 2, 3. Once more. And then we change legs. Okay, so we get the posture right to start with. Head up. We're going to bring that leg up, touching the inside of the heel, outside of the heel, and then back. 1, 2, 3. Up, out, behind. 1, 2, 3. In. You might feel a bit shaky, a bit wobbly. The more you do this, the better you'll get at it. Okay, once more. 2, 3. And then we relax. We take the other leg back onto the toe. So we're going to try and keep both feet nice and straight here. Upper body stable. And we're just going to bend the back knee down. Going as low as you feel comfortable to, and then coming back up. It's just a basic lunge, but with good posture, good alignment. Everything staying straight, dropping down, and as low as you feel comfortable to, making sure that back foot doesn't twist in too much. Okay, 2 more, and 1 more time. Well done, and then back in. We change legs onto the toe, dropping down. Back up. 2. Okay, we go 4 more. Just get a nice movement in the hips. 2 more. 1 more time. And then relax. We bring both feet back together. So standing tall again. This time we're just going to do a hip circle, taking that leg around. Trying not to touch the ground. Trying to get as much movement as we can. Okay, it's natural for the pelvis to lift a little bit here, but we want to be controlled. Take it around, forward, around, and then we take it the other way, so we take it back. Really work that joint, ball and socket joint again. Once more, and then we're going to change legs, standing tall, pushing forward. First one, just kind of work out your range of movement again. In, out, stay lifted. Feels good. And then we change, take it back, right round. 3, so it's getting good core work as well, good balance work, all the way, and then back. All done. Right, we're going to go back into that lunge position. So this time we drop down, we bring the knee through, and then can we kick? We come down, back, we try and get the knee up to hip height, and then we stretch forward, down, up, kick, back in. Lots going on here, lots to think about. Stay as stable as you can. Back in, through, and kick, and relax. Changing legs. So we take it back into the lunge. Drop it down first. Stabilize. Knee comes up. Extend and back. Down. 2, 3. Back in and up. Stretch. Kick. Good. Back down. One more time. Forward, kick, and relax. Okay. Staying with the hips then. Can we do some knee up again, 90 degrees? And we're going to try and keep that knee up and take it out. So we've still got this 90-degree angle. We lift it up and in. We'll do 5 of those. In, out, and back. Again, you might not be able to get this knee up to 90 to start with, but the more you do this, you'll be surprised how quickly you develop. Once we start getting a bit more stability and mobility in the hips. One more time. Okay, back in, changing legs, taking it up, keeping it high, really opening it out. Feel this glute should be working strong. Keeping it out, keeping the knee high, stretch, back in. 2. Okay, a couple more, out and in. And one more time. And then down. And then to finish, can we take the one leg, one arm up into a nice big side stretch. Okay, down, change. 1, 2. So we've got a side bend. Stretching down the outside of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more time. Okay, good. Good session. Okay, so I hope you feel better for that. I hope you loosened up everything. Well done, and I'll see you in the next workout.